having my morning coffee. It's lovely blue skies out there in Christchurch, and I'm very, very happy to be talking to you today. So, the marketing team has given me a list of your questions. Please make sure you keep asking them. We want to engage with you. We want to answer all your questions. We want you to be informed so you have everything you need to know to buy a house or invest from Williams Corporation or participate in the property market. So let's start with our first question of the day. What is the difference between leasehold and freehold title? Well, essentially one, a freehold title or a fee simple title, depending on what legal system you're in. I think fee simple was American legal system and freehold might be English, something like that. They're the same thing. So freehold and fee simple. I say fee simple, but anyway, essentially one, you own the land, right? That means it is yours. I own this. It's mine. Now, a leasehold land means someone else owns the land, but you rent it from them, usually on a large lease. So there might be someone else that owns the land underneath your home, and then you might lease it from them for 100 years for you to enjoy your home. But there's a reality that you need to pay the owner of the lease. And at the end of the lease, they can take back the house, the land. And whether you take your house away or whether you leave it there, whatever. But we don't ever sell product on leasehold land. We always believe in fee simple / freehold land. I'm a huge believer in property ownership. I think property ownership is one of the best things that can happen for someone. And being freehold of your land, ownership of land, is a fantastic opportunity we have in New Zealand. I have a buddy of mine, and he used to be in the US military. And he sat down with me one day, this years ago, and he said he was a property developer as well. And he said, Matthew, you don't understand how rare it is to be able to own land. Once upon a time, it was only kings that owned land or lords. It's very rare in history for everybody to be able to participate in the property market, for you, the individual, to be able to go and purchase land and have your house is a very special thing. So a lot of people fought and died for the rights that you have, and do make sure you take them up. Owning land and owning property is absolutely fantastic. What is your residence agreement? Is it just another way of saying body corp? It's a very good observation. So, well, essentially what a body corp is. So let's now imagine a spectrum, right? So you have a leasehold land, which is land you don't own. Then you have a body corp, which is a government issued structure of how people with multiple homes should live and agree on things, etc. Okay. And then you have fee simple with no covenants, nothing, which is just you do you on your land. So essentially at Williams Corporation, we saw body corporates, and we saw that as unnecessary bureaucracy and unnecessary cost for the homes we create. So we weren't comfortable with that title type. So what we did was we did fee simple with a covenant on the title. And the covenant on the title outlines certain things that need to happen, like everyone needs to be insured, everyone needs to do their maintenance, certain rules about how the house is or isn't to be painted, etc., etc. And what it does is it creates in our opinion, and in the market's opinion, because we sell so many houses, a very simple, very low cost way for you to run your townhouse. So the body corp structure is good. When you have a product such as an apartment building, the body corp structure is very appropriate. But for a 2-3 story townhouse that Williams Corporation creates, it's overkill. And our residents association is a far better, far more affordable document. I'm looking to sell my home and downsize. When do you think is the right time to enter the market? This is interesting. I did a live stream about this yesterday. I believe the market's damn near at the bottom. Now, there are some people that believe there's a tiny bit more pain to go. There's a fantastic quote from Warren Buffett, and he says that those who live by the crystal ball are bound to eat crushed grass and I think I said glass, crushed glass. And what it means is you can never pick the bottom. You can never pick right when something's at its lowest. The property market in New Zealand has gone down 15%. During the GFC, it only went down 8%, then rebounded 16% over the next 2 years. So we've had twice as much property downturn as during the GFC. In Wellington, prices are down approximately 20%. I think we're at the bottom. And I think that anyone who wants to buy a house, wants to get into the property market that isn't seriously looking at purchasing now, I think you're going to kick yourself. I'll tell you why, because when the property market goes, it goes. I remember one weekend in Auckland, we sold 75 houses in one weekend. It was absurd. We cleared out our whole Auckland property list. We released a development once in Wellington, and we had 10 buyers for every one house. So we had 11 houses and 110 buyers. And that's just how bullish the property market when everyone decides that it's good. Now, our pricing structure is our margin's the lowest it's been. So we've got a low margin. We're producing, in my opinion, fantastic priced real estate. And I think we're at the bottom of the market. We've been buying land in the last 12 months very, very well. We've got these land buying reports, and they sort of go like land progressively increasing and then dipping off. So we're buying land well. We've got a low margin structure. We're efficient. We're delivering great value homes. And I believe that if you want to purchase, now is a great time. Next question, team. How does your fund work? More specific developments are they used for? How does your fund work? How does your fund work? What specific developments are they used for? So we have essentially 3 products. So the first product is Williams Corporation Capital. And Williams Corporation Capital has a security over everything Williams Corporation does. So you will see all of the products, all of our developments, and a security there. We then have Williams Corporation First Mortgage Investments. Now, that's only first mortgage over a handful of our developments. It might have 4 or 5 at a time that fund is funding. And then we have Williams Corporation Capital Partnership. And what that does is that takes eligible investors and helps them get into Williams Corporation Capital. Now, essentially, for the purpose of this stream, if you're looking at a Williams Corporation fund, we're not financial advisors. This isn't financial advice. Please seek your own financial advice before making an investment decision. And it's primarily open to wholesale investors. And a wholesale investor is someone who can assess the risks and merits of the offer, who has $750,000 or more, or a net worth over $5 million. But yeah, our funds are going so well. We've got $158 million under management from 340 individuals. So it's going incredibly well. And it continues to grow each month, which is super cool to watch. Next question. Can you explain your dual key homes? Yes. So this was a product I made approximately a year ago. And it's something I'm really, really proud of. So we essentially take a townhouse on a fee simple title, and they're currently about 80 square meters. And essentially what you have, it's a bit under 80, but for the purpose of this, 80 square meters. And you have 1 2-story townhouse. And then within that townhouse, you have 2 35 to 40 square meter studios. So you, the investor, you're buying 180 square meter townhouse, but you're getting 2 investment properties. Now, we've delivered one of these developments in Auckland, and the customers bought them for like $800,000, and they're renting for like 450, 480 each studio. So the customer's getting a 6% return, which is absolutely fantastic. We're currently delivering one of these in Wellington, and I'm the customer of one of the jewel keys along with Blair, and we're going to Airbnb it. And the appraisal we got from the Airbnb company was that we would receive $88,000 a year for a product we spent a touch over $800,000 on. So when you're buying new property and getting a 10% return, that's absolutely fantastic. So I'm very positive about the jewel key. We have some of them on our stock list. So if you do want to look at that as an investment property, I highly recommend it. I was actually talking to my lawyer about an investment property, and I said to him I highly recommended him to purchase one of the jewel keys, just because I know that the cash flow will be so great on it, and the investment will perform well. So if you're an investor, if you're interested in Airbnb, if you're interested in all these things, contact a Williams Corporation client consultant and ask about the jewel key, because it's a super cool product. So that is all the questions I have for today. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I hope you're going to go out and be productive and do something that makes yourself proud. If you want to purchase a house, if you want to invest in one of our funds, come and talk to us. You're welcome to talk to me personally if you want me to help you. You can message me on any of my social channels, or I'm most active on Instagram. It's Matthew Horncastle, Matthew Matthew, Horncastle, Horncastle. I would love to help you buy a house or invest in one of our funds. Have a great day. See you next time.